Are you a creator who would like to make money from the internet without needing a huge following or relying on tons of traffic? Then I'm going to recommend you stay tuned because I'm going to be showing you how I make consistent 1K months as a creator without necessarily having a huge following on social media or needing to even be on social media. So definitely stay tuned because I'm excited to walk you through this. But before I get into today's video, make sure you grab the freebie in the description below because it's going to help you either automate your content, traffic, or income as a creator. And these are really great resources that I use. So getting into today's agenda, we're going to be talking about how to position yourself as a creator to still make money even though your stats may fall on the social media algorithm. The second thing that we're going to talk about is the 3 revenue streams that I use in my business to hit consistent 1K months in my business passively. And the last thing that we're going to be talking about is the action plan that you need to take as a creator depending on the stage that you're at in your content business. So with that being said, let's get into it. So I need to give you guys a little bit more context on why it's so important for me to create a business the way that I did. So 2 years ago, I actually burnt out a lot in my coaching business. It was a great run. We made a ton of money, but I had a booked out calendar. I had, back-to-back sales calls, all those things. And I just realized I was burnt out. And I kind of told myself if I wanted to go back in business, it needed to be a business that is 100% passive, doesn't rely on me to be present in order to make money, but also needs to be able to be sustainable long-term so that I don't need to rely on social media. And I think the key thing here is that I don't necessarily want to be on social media as a creator, which is ironic because I'm a creator. And most creators think that in order to be on social media, you need to go viral all the time on social media to make consistent income. But I'm here to tell you that is not the case because at the end of the day, I see on people on Reddit always asking the communities of like, what's the formula to go viral? But in my opinion, I think the better question that most people should be asking themselves is what is the formula for sustainable and consistent income, right? Because you can go viral 1 month and make tons of money, but you don't necessarily want to be in a position where you need to go viral every single month in order to make money. You want to be able to have that consistent strategy where it doesn't matter if you show up or don't show up, you still hit consistent revenue months in your business. And I'm here to tell you that there's a better way. And the one thing that I would say is that if you want to position yourself to still make money even though your stats fall, then you really need to think about your goals as a creator, right? There's 2 goals that I tend to see with creators. There is the goal of building a brand, and most people think that building a brand automatically results into more money. And what I mean by this is that when people focus on building a brand, they're focusing on staying consistent with social media, building an audience, on building their likes, building their followers, all those things. But then there's this other side of, is your goal to make money, right? If your goal is to make money, then I necessarily won't recommend for you to be posting on social media 24/7. I would be mostly relying on strategies that help me build my own audience, to build my own email list, right? Because at the end of the day, likes, followers, comments don't pay the bills. And so I think what ends up happening is that most creators think to themselves, oh, I'm going to post on social media consistently and the money will just come to me. But if you're watching this video, that's probably not the case. And so I want to share with you the strategy on how you can actually optimize your creator business for money and still build a brand in the process. Now, the one thing that social media should only be doing for you, the only reason why you should be on social media is to turn your rented followers. And when I say rented followers, I mean you do not own the followers on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, but to turn those followers into owned followers where you actually have your email list, you can connect with them, you can engage with them without necessarily needing for you to go viral and pop off on the algorithm. So the one goal that you should have going forward is, instead of being consistent on social media, you should ask yourself, how can I create content that turns these followers on social media into an email list for my own audience? And the simplest way that I've been able to figure that out truly is just, have all my call to actions for content just to be, hey, grab this freebie for my email list, grab this, join the Content Creators Club community, which is also part of my email list. And also another key insight when you watch this video is that majority of my email list does not come from social media. It actually comes from collaborations at scale. And so if you are wanting to grow your own audience in the quickest way possible, then I think I have good news for you. You don't need to be on social media in order to do that. So this video is going to be very helpful for you. Now, when we think about the 3 passive revenue streams that allow me to hit consistent 1K months, I really want to go back into the premise of, what was my goal originally when I created this business? It needed to be passive. So I want to be in a position where it doesn't matter if I show up on social media, if I don't show up in my business, I still want to be able to hit consistent income in my business. And when you have that as a rule, you have kind of a filter on the activities that you will do to make money and the activities that you won't do to make money, right? So when we think about the activities that you won't do, for me passively, like I won't do coaching calls. I won't necessarily do anything that requires a live element because I want to have a clear calendar, right? But if I am someone who wants to focus on more passive revenue streams, then I'm going to be focusing on these three, which are newsletter referrals, affiliate marketing, and digital products, right? And what all these revenue streams have in common is that you can still make money from these revenue streams, but you don't necessarily need to be live on camera. You don't need to be having a call on your calendar. You can still make money pretty much easy throughout any time of the day. So this is why I really love these three revenue streams: affiliate marketing, newsletter referrals, and digital products. And so the goal of having those three revenue streams is to really be able to create a funnel that optimizes each of those revenue streams at every single stage, right? So the simple funnel that I can share with you that's been very helpful for me is, optimizing for all those three revenue streams is essentially this, right? So you have your traffic sources, right? You have your collaborations at scale. Make sure you watch that video. And you are driving all this traffic from social media, from your collaborations to a landing page, right? So a landing page, think of it as just like a one-page website, right? And a landing page will tend to have like a freebie or a lead magnet. And essentially what that means is that you're taking that traffic and you're creating a mechanism to have people join your list, right? So when we think about this, we have our traffic and then we are pointing it to our landing page to join our email list. And then when people actually subscribe, we're going to touch the first revenue stream, which is newsletter referrals, right? So if you're not familiar with newsletter referrals, I definitely think it's something you should consider because it's been the most passive element ever. But essentially the way that newsletter referrals work is that if I, recommend or refer someone to, go join another person's email list, then that email provider will actually pay me per subscriber that I send their way, right? And it creates a win-win scenario because I get to, give my audience something for free by making this recommendation. So it's free for my audience. I get paid in the process, and the newsletter operator also gets, quality subscribers to their list as well. And so that's the win-win scenario. So that's the first step in terms of how I optimize for money. Newsletter referrals, it's free. I get paid to grow my list, and I think you should as well. The second revenue stream is digital products. And so when a person actually, signs up, gets referred to a couple email lists, they'll say, complete, click a box, and then they'll get pointed to a limited time offer of mine, which is a digital product, right? And so when I think about digital products, I'm thinking of courses, maybe templates, guides, things like that, where it's a little bit more of an in-depth knowledge, base, where I'm giving people more context and I'm giving people more how-to tutorials, things like that, right? So I have kind of a limited time urgency. Like if you purchase this within the next 24 hours, as it's a limited time offer, then you're able to get maybe a discount code, things like that, or an extra bonus, right? And so the last piece that we're talking about when it comes to optimizing for money as a creator is really thinking about affiliate products, right? So I have my digital products that, point to the next step, but maybe on email, I might say, hey, like I saw that you purchased this digital product of mine. I think that this software is actually going to be really helpful for you to implement this digital product because it's the software that I talk about in the digital product itself, right? And so what ends up happening is I'll give them an incentive where it's like, I know this software works really great with this digital product you just purchased because we talk about it. But if you purchase through my affiliate link, then I can actually give you a free gift that goes well with the software as well, right? So I'm giving my audience an incentive to even use my affiliate link, right? And so, when we think about optimizing for money, we're optimizing passively for all those passive income streams: newsletter referrals, affiliate marketing, and digital products. And so I have to be honest though that like this strategy took me 2 years to build out, and depending on the stage, you're going to need a specific strategy that's custom for you. So we're going to get into what that stage looks like for you. So there's kind of 3 stages that I like to think about when it comes to kind of creating income as a creator. The first stage is if you don't have an audience and you don't have a following, then I would recommend for you to actually build that audience. And the way that you can build that audience, again, I will say this till the day I die, is collaborations at scale, because it is the quickest way for you to build an audience without paying for ads, without necessarily also being on social media, right? And so when you don't have an audience and you're building your audience through collaborations, what's really great is that you can still make money because, you know, as you're pointing people to join your email list, your owned audience, you can implement that newsletter referral income stream, right? And because it's free for your audience, it's free for you to sign up, you could just add that, you know, you can add that newsletter referral process as part of your email list growing process. So as you grow your email list, you're also getting paid to grow your list at the same time. Now, if you're a person who has an audience but doesn't necessarily have a product to sell, then I'm going to really recommend you leverage affiliate marketing. And if you're brand new to affiliate marketing, then I recommend you grab my course, Your First $100 as an Affiliate Marketer. That walks you through all the things you need to know. But essentially, when you have an audience, affiliate marketing works really great because you're able to promote products that you love and you've already built trust and authority to your audience. So it makes it easier for you to sell to your audience because you can say like, hey, I vetted this product. I think it's a really great product. Of course, vet the product, have integrity. And then you can also just like point to them and say, you know, this is the product that I think is going to be a really good fit for you, so on and so forth, right? But if you're the person who has an audience and has a product, then I'm going to really recommend you double down on your digital product sales. And so if you have never built a product but you want to, then you're going to want to watch this video talking about how you can get paid to build a product without actually creating it yet. So I think you should watch that video. But anyways, if you are that person who has a product, then you're going to really want to focus on digital sales and do all the pre-steps of, you know, making sure that you have newsletter referrals as part of your funnel process. And then after you have the digital product, maybe you want to implement some affiliate marketing revenue streams in there as well. Now, the one thing that I want to tell you is that you don't need to rely on social media in order to make consistent 1K months as a creator in your business. You just need strategy, right? It is not luck. And you know what luck is? Well, luck is depending on the algorithm. Luck is hoping that you're going to go viral, right? And so if you don't necessarily want to wait on luck, but you want to rely on strategy, then I think you really want to focus on the things that we talked about in today's video. So I just proved to you that it's not luck and that truly strategy goes a long way when it comes to building a sustainable content creator business that hits consistent 1K months. So to recap everything, we talked a little bit about how to position yourself to make money even though your stats fail. The second thing we talked about is the 3 revenue streams I use in my business in order to hit consistent 1K months in my business passively. And the last thing that we talked about is the action plan you need to take depending on the stage that you're at in your content business. So if you're wanting to learn how to get paid to build an audience, then make sure you watch this next video that's going to help you do all those things. But other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.